Hey, what's up guys? So we got a new cheesy FTK or OTK using Smile Universe. So what it does is it allows you to special summon a bunch of face-up pendulum monsters from your extra deck, and then you have their effects negated, and then your opponent heals for a bunch of life points. But with Nurse Burn, you can actually FTK or OTK your opponent using Ignites, and you don't even need to complete your pendulum scale. All you're doing is just putting pendulum monsters face up in your extra deck, and then you're going to go ahead and activate Smile Universe, and if you have Nurse the Fallen One or Bad Reaction, it's going to reflect the healing and actually burn your opponent for game. It's a pretty simple concept, but shout outs to Phantom Jukes for the original creation of this. Now I'll get to that in a second, because before someone says Yu-Gi-Oh! OTK uploaded the video, no guys, Phantom Jukes is the guy that originally created it, and we'll get into that in a second, but I just got to make sure we give credit to the originator, like I guess the first person to actually showcase this off. But anyways, so you guys can see he doesn't have his pendulum scale anymore. His pendulum scale is just used to just destroy more cards, so he can just fill up cards in his pendulum section. Well, I guess in the extra deck, but face up, because that's important. Yeah, it's a really simple concept though. Again, you can FTK or OTK your opponent when you're doing this. Because, yeah, you're just going to summon a bunch of pendulum monsters. Your opponent normally would gain that amount of life points via Smile Universe, but with Bad Reaction or the Nurse the Fallen One, again, you're going to be reflecting it. You can do, 10,000 plus damage, so even if you didn't have one of the slots for Nurse, because you would have that one card out there, it doesn't really matter. But nonetheless, yeah, shoutouts to Phantom Jukes for the plays over here. And again, I believe he's the originator of this, because we got this sent during a live stream. Someone sent me in this video via, well, actually it was this video. There was the Smile, is the same video via Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro OTKs. Now what's funny with this is someone, oh, where's the comment? Oh, gosh, I thought I saw it. Okay, hold on. Asian Eyes and Mega Capital G fans are copying your decks and sending your replays. So guys, the originator of this, which is Phantom Jukes, this video that he uploaded, and then he sent me the link of, and then sent me in the replays. This was uploaded on May 8th, while this video is uploaded on May 24th. So if anything, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro OTK had the video up later. I'm not telling you guys to go send him hate or anything, but when some of you guys send in replays, keep in mind guys, it takes me a few days to get through some of them because I check my email every day for new replays, and sometimes I gotta showcase off one replay earlier because it's the new content, and it just takes me like a few days. So shout outs again to, well, his channel is Team Bluffs, but this is Phantom Jukes. This is the guy that made it first. So again, I'm not trying to say that Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro OTKs copied him, but I'm just saying sometimes content does overlap. So don't give the other guy any hate, because sometimes people say, oh, this guy stole the video idea. Guys, it's just new cards. People are going to be using new cards, but I wanted to get that out of the way because I hate it when I upload a video and someone says this person did it first. Sometimes guys, again, the person sent me in the video, or the video as well as the plays a few days ago. Well, like I said, you guys can see, unless okay, hold on, unless Phantom Jukes has a time machine, there is no way he copied Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro OTK's video. What's funny is that had a thumbs up on that video of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro's video, where it says that Asia Eyes Mega Capital G fans are taking his deck ideas, when in reality it would be technically reversed. Okay, you guys get the idea, but I wanted to get that out of the way. But if you guys have any cool replays or crazy deck ideas, please send them in to that email. But some of you guys that want the deck profile, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, I also have some card suggestions, maybe if you want to swap up some cards, or some cards maybe that you don't have access to. I know that this card's getting a reprint relatively soon, but if you really want to mess around with this, technically this card's not even out yet, so no one's really going to be playing this in real life, because this is what is required to pull off the Ignite FTK/OTK. But anyways, first up, bunch of Ignites. Just a bunch of them. You want the ones that have attack though. That's kind of important because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be burning your opponent with that. Now I'll get into some of the obscure, well, this guy's kind of obscure, but what it allows you to do is run cards like Trade-In. There's another few sets of cards that we'll talk about, but just pretty much throw in all the Ignites that you see that have a bunch of damage. And again, you don't need to complete your pendulum skill, so don't really worry about that. I guess technically you can go for pendulums just to like do things, so it's not like the deck has to pull off this condition to win, but it's pretty much oriented around this. Is a cheese/Trollsy deck. But anyways, Reinforcement of the Army, One Day of Pepperoni, 2 copies of Pot of Desires, 3 copies of Cup Base. I don't know if, I mean, it's a Saki deck, you might as well go all out, but if you don't want to run this card, I totally understand. I'll give you guys some other suggestions. 3 cards in demise. Don't worry about your opponent not taking any damage this turn. I know it's pretty much a OTK only, but it is pretty much an FTK if you're going to be able to demise and then draw into the right cards, and then, or I guess you can Cup of Ace, you can decide. Like, there's a lot of pluses in the card, or in this deck, so you can still technically FTK your opponent. As soon as their turn starts, you just activate this and they lose. So your opponent really doesn't get a chance to Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. But anyways, we got the one upstart. You guys saw it did 11,000 damage. There are times, though, if you don't have the right Ignites, and let's say you have Nurse on field, you won't be able to do enough damage. So be careful with upstart. Certain integers can offset it, but 99% of the time, you'll be okay. Next up, 3 copies of Into the Void, 3 copies of Duality. Again, keep in mind, as soon as your opponent's turn starts, they lose. So you not special summoning is irrelevant because you're going to be special summoning during their turn because of some of the restrictions. But anyways, 3 copies of Ignition Phoenix. So this one, it just lets you get rid of an Ignite. I mean, they gain 300 attack and defense. It's pretty much irrelevant, but it's still there. Then we have 3 Bad Reaction. Again, you can actually swap it out for Nurse if you want to. Extra deck is pretty much irrelevant, but definitely add in cards. I mean, Cowboy and all of the other crew, definitely add them in. I mean, you can still make Volcasaurus, you can still make other things. Again, the goal of this deck is just to pretty much burn your opponent for a game. But as far as the side deck options over here, this is not the actual side deck. I think these were cards that Phantom Jukes was trying out before. But anyways, we got some of the Dark Lords. These are probably just used for trade-in targets, also for draw power. And then on top of that, you have Banishment of the Dark Lords, which can actually just search you out Nurse or any of the cards so you can have access to your trade-ins. There's also this Ignite card, Ignite Unite. So you get a target Ignite card you control, destroy it, and then you can special summon 1 Ignite monster from your deck. Now, unfortunately, if you use this card, obviously Duality is not going to be too useful. Also, you don't really want the Ignite out on board. But there is a bonus with this because what you can technically do is you can go for like a turn 1 play where you make a Cowboy or any like, because look at this card, it's just 1 Ignite. So if you go for your Pendulum Scale and let's say you don't activate like Duality, you can maybe make a Volcasaurus, burn your opponent. Maybe you're going second, right? Your opponent has something on board that you want to get rid of. You can burn them for some extra damage, and then from there, I guess you can overlay on top of this card if you want to run. Was it Gaia, Thunder Charger? Throw it on top, maybe attack him for game. Like, it doesn't have to only go for the FTK/OTK, but again, that's the main goal of the deck in the first place. But there's also Ignite Champion. I just wanted to mention this card only because I guess you could definitely destroy the Ignite cards. So if you happen to summon it, you can still pop them because, again, you want them to be special summonable off of Smile Universe. But I was thinking about this card just because if you wanted to play the draw power with the trade-ins, that makes trade-in almost never really dead, unless you happen to activate your Pot of Desires and you banish all copies of Ignite Champion, because the Ignite effects where you pop one, you get to add 1 fire warrior type monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and obviously it's a fire and a warrior, so he works out for that. And then, like I said, Nurse, you can run that card. And there's also Ignite Reload. I don't think this card is really necessary because you kind of want to just go through all your Ignite cards anyways, but I guess if you draw too many, it can't be that bad. But there is a huge downside to this card, is you also cannot draw cards by card effects for the rest of the turn. And at that point, I don't think this card's viable at all, but it was a card that it can potentially help. Because I guess you can go through all your cards, then you can go through this card, and if you have Heart of the Cards, there you guys go. But for the most part, I don't really recommend this. But anyways, like I said, that is the Smile Universe FTK/OTK cheesy little trollsy deck for you guys. And again, shoutouts to Phantom Jukes. I'll leave his link down below in the description box if you guys want to check him out. But yeah, like I said, original creator of that. Again, no hate towards Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro OTKs. I just wanted to get that out of the way because, again, sometimes when I upload these videos, people are like, yo, the guy that sent in this replay, he stole it. But really, he did it first, they did it second, and then, I upload the video a little bit later because I was covering other Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you guys will have some fun with Ignites. I feel like Ignites, they always doing some cheesy FTK, OTK. If you guys remember, like, the Key Beetle, like, lock, there was this comp. There's a lot of crazy things with Ignites. But anyways, I don't think Pendulums will be super good in the future. So pretty much at this point, if you want to play this deck, play it right now because you guys know in the future, Pendulum decks, they're kind of phased out. So have fun with this deck while you guys can if you want to play it because I don't know how many more weeks we have until that structure deck comes out. But anyways, once Link comes out, Pendulums are going to see a lot less play, pretty much. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm signing out.